Good morning, everybody. Welcome to week 23. 23. Let's not go back in time. Welcome to week 32. I'm going to quickly go over what we're going to be talking about this week. So, the first two things you're going to see here link together. You need to read the first one in order to answer the second one. These criteria and constraint guidelines. This is part of the engineering design process. It's been a while since we've talked about the engineering design process, but we're going to be revisiting it here shortly. So you're going to need to make yourself aware of that. Criteria and constraints, again, part of that EDP. Read through this, just make yourself aware of it. You're going to be visiting it while you are working on this assignment, the 3.1.4 criteria and constraint questions. So, some of these questions you will answer using that article. Some of these questions you will not be able to answer using that article. Some of these questions you'll need to go back and do some research on in previous weeks. For example, question 1. This is a good example of what I'm talking about. You're going to need to go back and visit the week where we talked about the engineering design process and what are those steps for our engineering design process. So here you'll need to type out all the steps that we have when we do our EDP. If you don't remember, that's okay. Go back and find out which week we talked about that in and jot it down once you find it. The best way to figure out what week we talked about this in is to go to the agenda and scroll through the agenda and see which page of that agenda starts talking about the engineering design process. That'll make it a lot easier than clicking through each week drop down menu and trying to find it that way. But you're going to use the criteria and constraint guideline article, help you answer the rest of this worksheet, and then wherever it tells you to, you're going to need to go back and revisit previous weeks to answer those questions. Finally, the last thing that there is the design criteria and constraints activity. It's not too long. I actually think I forgot to put some questions in here, so you got lucky this week. But you're going to revisit activity 3.1.2. That was the activity where we picked a disposable and a reusable product. You need to pick one of those, and you're going to use that for this assignment. So 2, it says, imagine you've gone back in time and you've joined the design team that created that product. And then answer the questions as if you were part of that design team. So you have to kind of think back. It's not questions that you'll necessarily have a scripted answer to. These are going to be what you think is going on. So don't focus on it too hard, looking for like 100% correct answer. And then, you're going to check out this. It doesn't actually have you do anything with it, but refresh your memory with the manufacturing processes. And then finally, how would you measure the success of the product with respect to criteria? So thinking about that product you chose for the first or the second problem, that product again, how would you measure the success of that? You're going to give me a set of measurable design criteria and constraints. You can either do a table, or you can do a chart, or you can just list them, but criteria, ... constraints, ... So you're going to need a couple for each. Measurable success of your product. Think about it that way. Okay? So those are the 2 assignments I have for you this week. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. Don't message me last minute on Sunday. I won't answer them because at this point you should be working on it during the week. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you later.